What's going on, guys? So it's been about 5 months now since I started playing Albion online, and about 2 months since I started this YouTube channel with the initial goal of getting 100 million silver. So right now I have reached my goal of 100 million silver. I have about 140 million combined between my two characters, and I figured, it was almost time to buy premium again. So let me just do that. And then I got another 30. So now I have to set a new goal because I reached my 100 million mark, and the new goal is going to be 1 billion silver. So this is my biggest challenge yet by far, but I think with all the techniques and advice I got from you guys over the last 2 months of starting this channel, all the comments and suggestions, I have some pretty good ideas on how I could scale that current silver that I have, along with the refining that I've been doing, to earn enough to get 1 billion. Now I don't know the exact time frame that I'll get 1 billion, but that'll be a fun challenge to see. So first off, I just want to thank everyone who has subscribed and commented and liked. If you guys are interested in seeing the journey to 1 billion, feel free to subscribe. But in this video, I just wanted to go over what I did from the start of when I started here January 2023, when I started playing the game with no knowledge, to where I am now, and then future goals that I think will let me achieve that 1 billion silver mark. So starting off, I went through and I figured, let me try gathering because that's all I knew. I used to play WoW and I like doing the gathering, and I wanted to try it out. So what I did was just try one, and I saw that like ore was, at the time back in January, was seemed to be the most profitable. That was my guess at the time, so I figured, let me specialize in that. So what I did throughout that time, I went to blue zones and then yellow zones, and I was just gathering a ton. I improved my gear, and I basically used all my learning points that I achieved to get that up to tier 8 as quickly as possible, because with tier 8, but it allows you to gather a lot quicker. Now without any bonuses, I'm already at 111 and 117 bonus. So that was my main focus early on. And once I did that, I started gathering enough silver. I didn't have much experience in PvP, so I was like, instead of wasting my money on gear that's just I'm gonna lose to gankers, let me try to invest that back in the market. So the second thing I did, if you guys have been following along, was I learned how to flip items. So each item has their own tendencies, and maybe I'll also make some more videos about that. I've already made a bunch on market flipping in general, but each item has their own tendencies on how they get filled, and who are the people that actually fill them, whether they're PvPers that they just gank someone and they're just selling right to your buy orders, or are they people who are making equipment such as bags and then selling them to your buy orders. So that's all information that I've learned over the course, and I'm going to continue using that to get to the 1 billion. So what I did so far was gather, as I mentioned, and then I started flipping that money, and I started getting around 20% of my money every day, I would say, if I was playing about an hour to 2 a day of flipping. Then I tried to do some transporting, which was interesting. I was doing some transporting to Corleone, which is risky because it's going through a red zone. And then I did a bunch of transporting between cities through the yellow zones. Took a little longer, but less risky. And I was using these backpacks and skitter backpack, ore backpack, quarrier backpack, all to lighten the load. So when I transferred with my wild boar, I was getting maybe 2,300, 2,400 kg of space. So I did some transporting. Most recently, and I've made a bunch of videos on this, I've been focusing on refining to make my focus cost efficiency worth it. So and I did make a video on this. I'm probably getting around with just tanning, maybe 60 million per month. So I could definitely afford premium with just that, and then I have an extra 40 million or so a month to flip or use for some other money-making strategy. So we'll see as I go what I want to do there. And I also did a bit of red zone and black zone. I mean, It's a little bit more profitable. It's just very, very risky. I mean, I could lose all my stuff, and I can't even use my top gear for the actual like tier 8 bonus. So, I mean, people swear by it. They can make more, but I like to stick to the safer zones. It's worked so far, so I'm going to continue to do that. So that's what I've done so far, and now for the goals. A lot of people have suggested different things, and I will get to them eventually. Thank you again for all your comments. But these are just a list of some of the things that I want to get to. So flipping, I want to do that more, but I also want to do it with more expensive items. So I can, let's see here, let's go to mounts. Let's say Elite Terrorbird. That's not one that people, I think the Elite Wild Boar. Decent amount of volume on that, 1 to 2 a day, so I could be getting 500, 600,000 of profit every flip. But you need a lot of silver to do that, so it's scaling what I know already, just with higher tier type items, which don't sell as often. So we'll see how that goes. I also want to max my tier 8, tier 7, and tier 8. Tanning, as well as tier 8 stone refining. I've made videos on that if you guys want to check them out. People have suggested black market flipping and skinning to see how much that makes, so I'll try that out as well. I also made a third character so I could do some crafting for assassin jackets. So this is in the Hunter's Lodge crafter tree, and I think I'm level 10 or something like that with Assassin Jacket right now. And I'll see how much profit that makes. I'll try that out. And what I could do now, especially like with more silver, I could transport more expensive items. So before I was transferring maybe just regular or uncommon. Just as an example. So I was transferring like a bunch of this, buying it in Bridgewatch and then bringing it back here to sell it. But now that I'm using more silver, I could actually go and do like maybe tier 6, tier 7 with the same quantity, because the weight is not much more, and do the same thing, if the value is worth it. So I got to compare the prices between the cities. Yeah, so those are just some of the basic things. I'll definitely read through those comments again. But thank you for all the suggestions, from the black zone to the transporting to everything. And if you have any suggestions for how to reach 1 billion, feel free to comment below. And as always, thanks for watching, and feel free to like and subscribe as usual. Thanks for watching.